Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do an organize with me. And I talked about this in a few recent videos and maybe some lives that I was wanting to use my 8.5 by 11, but because of this new way that I stored them, which is just fine because it freed up a whole section for me to put my 12 by 12 layouts. But the problem is it is extremely difficult for me to grab some cardstock from here. So what I decided to do was to go through them again and just grab a couple or two or three from each color. And then I had no idea where I was going to put everything. I just knew that I wanted to get this done. And that's the thing with organizing. Sometimes you do something and it works right off the bat. Sometimes you just need to tweak it. And here, I used to be a card maker and I'm no longer a card maker. So that's why I have all these like these 8.5 by 11 cardstock, is because I used to be a card maker. But I don't want to get rid of them. There's actually a lot of colors that I'm like, oh, I love this color. Like just a few cardstock ago, it was that minty green. I'm like, I don't have any more of that color in 12 by 12, but it's awesome that I have some in the 8.5 by 11 because I can use it for matting my photos, and I love that. And at first when I talked about doing this, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a pile about, yay big, maybe 3 inches thick, right? Well, today I'm only going through one square, and wait till you see the size of the pile. I'm like, okay, I need to figure out where I'm going to use this before I do any more. And second of all, you see me sitting on the floor. Yeah, I'm not doing that for the other two. I only have 3 cubbies that I need to do that to. But I'm like, I'm not doing that for the other two. What I'm going to do is take the cardstock out, put it on my table, and then separate it all and then put it away. So when I look at that stash of cardstock, that's only one container, one square. And then I remembered this that I had for my digital files, and I'm like, that's perfect. I'm going to put them in there. And I showed you the flares, and those I moved them downstairs because that's where I'm going to be packing orders, is in my quote unquote soap room. So I moved those downstairs on shelves downstairs, and then I was able to move the cardstock over and then also move my big calendars over too, because they were kind of hanging over, maybe 6 inches of it and kind of falling over the edge. So now they're sitting perfectly on the table. So another thing I decided to do was to grab 2 more drawers, and I'm going to go through those and straighten them out. I have to say, in this one here, this is supposed to be 3D items. I found some stuff that wasn't supposed to be in there. Sticker packs and washi tape and frames and all kinds of other stuff. And I'm putting them off to the side. And one thing that I'm doing is, I'll pack everything that goes in here, but everything that doesn't, I made sure that it went in the drawer that it was supposed to be in. Now, if it's a drawer that I've already cleaned up, then I make sure that when I put it in that drawer, I take my time and put it nice and neat. But if it's a drawer that I haven't cleaned out yet, I just kind of throw it in, because you know what? I'm going to be touching every single drawer in my room, and I'm going to organize them. Now, that's probably going to take me the next probably 4 or 5 months, because I'm only doing like 2 drawers a week. And the reason for that is I am so busy, and I used to be able to put an hour and a half into organizing or cleaning my room. Now I might get between half an hour and 45 minutes, and it's not even all at once. Like I do 20 minutes here and 15 minutes there. But you know what? I'm still seeing a difference. Another thing that I'm doing is every time that I, go to do some drawers now, I turn on my Nimbot printer, which is a thermal printer for the little labels. And like for this one here, I put 3D items. And then the next drawer we're going to do is silhouette supplies. And I do that right away. And then I open a few drawers that I've already done, and I'm like, oh, I can do one for wax supplies, and I can do one for, and I'm doing 4 or 5 every time that I clean. So my plan is by the end of this is I'm going to have everything cleaned up, but also everything is going to be labeled. And I have to say though, I pretty much knew where everything was anyway, but it's just nice for me to have a visual right now that yes, I did that drawer. Yes, I did that drawer. So I'm moving on. So this is the silhouette supplies, but it had a ton of other stuff. It had specialty paper, like the one that I just saw that had there. That's suede paper. I had foil. I had metal paper, and I had Tim Holtz stuff in here. And I have a iris container that is filled with Tim Holtz stuff. So I just went and put the Tim Holtz stuff with that. I went and I put the foil with the foil drawer. I went and I put the metal right here where I'm packing now. That's all specialty paper. So I put that paper there. And then I went and put the rest of the stuff where it belongs. And then that way, I'm organizing a drawer, but I'm also putting stuff where it belongs, which I have to say I was pretty good at making sure that like things were with like things, but a lot of times the drawer just looks messy. Now, another thing that I try to do every week is to put the layouts that I journaled on, that I put them in page protectors, and now I put them in that IKEA bin. And that IKEA bin is getting pretty full, so I'm feeling really good about that. And what I do is I take the time and I put the layouts that are 2-page layouts, I tie them with a twine so they're together. Then I divide them by year, and in that container, there's nothing that tells me, it's 2016, 2018, but I just look at the layout and I'm like, oh, 2022 starts here. And eventually, I hope I have a container that's just for maybe 2 years, 2014, 2015, and 2016, so on and so forth. And I don't think I'll be buying albums for a while because, it's almost $30 an album. And I have close to 1,000 layouts to put away. So just buying page protectors is going to be expensive enough. Now, the next thing that I do, as soon as I do that, as soon as I put the layouts away, I go on that shelf that's behind me where I was, and I grab another stack. In this case, I grabbed 24. I probably should have grabbed one more, but I was like, you know what? This is good. 24 is good. I went around my desk and I journaled on the layouts right away. And one little side note is a lot of the layouts that you're going to see here, not all of them, but a lot of them, like this one here, that's all part of my Scrap-a-thon 10, I believe. I was surprised at how many layouts were part of Scrap-a-thon 10. And right now, today is the last day that we're having our Black Friday sale, where it's 60% off everything. So that's all our digital files, including our bundles, which are already at 50% discount, but it also includes all my classes. So I think it's like for $12, you're going to get 31 videos for 31 challenges. And I also do 4 lives where we make a page with each live. So that's 35 videos for $12. And I always try to make it so that the challenges are a lot of fun. Like that right there was journaling. And I ended up like typing on, cardstock. And when I looked at that layout, I was like, wow, I love it. And that one there was full lacing. And this one here was to use a lot of words and make like a collage with words and stuff. And this one here was to use felt. And this one here was called drip, drip, drip. And so I always try to come up with fun challenges. And it kind of pushes me to do fun layouts, something out of my comfort zone. So the sale ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. which is kind of different for us because usually we do Atlantic time, but we still haven't figured out how to do that on this new shop. We can only find Eastern time. So if you want to know, what time is it right now, Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, you just need to Google it and then you can figure out what time that this sale will end. So I am not a huge fan of journaling. I understand that it's important. Like when I find a layout that the journaling is on, I'm really happy, and I'm obviously going through all my layouts and making sure that the date is on and I'm journaling. So I get it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. So what I do is when I pick a number of pages like that, like this day I picked 24, and if there was some that had like a lot of journaling, I kind of put it to the side. I only do like one layout that has a ton of journaling, and the rest will have like, a little tag like this that, a few sentences and it's good. And I only do one layout that there is a ton of journaling because it's not my favorite. I'll eventually get to them all. It's just that, I can't do 10 pages that the journaling is super long. And I also make sure that when I journal, I do about 20 minutes and then I'm kind of, done, and then I put them away and move on to something else. And the other thing that I did was I made my goal 10 pages a week. So that's 40 layouts a month. And so that makes 480 layouts in a year. Like when you think 10 pages a week, it's like, I'm never going to get a lot done. But when you start thinking about it, that's almost 500 layouts in a year. And then what I also am doing is most of the time I do pick up more than 10. But if there's ever a week that I'm like, I just don't feel like doing it, then I'll limit myself to a week. Or sometimes, there's a week that is super busy and I just don't have the time to do 10 layouts. Well, then the week after I do about 20. And I just want to mention, I think I'm going to start another, it's kind of like a clean with me, but it's not going to be in my craft room. Like right now I want to wash all the outside of my cupboards and my fridge. I only did my fridge like maybe 2 months ago, but I feel like because Christmas is coming, I just want to, clean the outside of my cupboards and clean my fridge. And now the baby is pretty consistently taking a 2-hour nap every day. And I'm like, I could be doing that and filming that while she's sleeping, because I don't like to go upstairs when she's sleeping because I like to be close to where she is. So, if you need some more motivation for, getting organized other than your craft room, that should be coming up, hopefully starting later this week or next week. And I also do quite a bit of baking and cooking for Christmas, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to film that also. But that's it. So don't forget about our sale. It ends tonight at 11:59 Eastern Time. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.